Hey everyone, Hallie Tally here, Digital Diva and owner of Knights of Bytes. Today is Wednesday, July 31st, and I'm here with your daily business cybersecurity briefing. I'm going to keep a pin in the misconceptions about IT cybersecurity and focus in on a cyber attack that's happened in our own backyard. Now, for those of you who are unaware, Lincoln-based insurance company Ameritas has announced that it has fallen victim to a cybercrime. Now, for those folks here in Nebraska, we've most likely seen or heard or have worked with Emeritus because they're all over Nebraska. They sponsor a lot of events, they advertise, some of you may even be customers. And there's some information that we don't have yet, and that's simply because Ameritas and their risk management company are still working through the investigation. So we don't know the number of customers affected, the financial impact to those customers, or the financial impact to Ameritas. But here's what we do know. We do know that the data that was breached was names, addresses, email addresses, social security numbers, and email addresses, and policy numbers. Now, Ameritas has stated that they have contacted the customers that have been affected. However, due to the ongoing investigation, there still may be more customers that they contact as it further develops. So I know a lot of people here in Omaha, in Nebraska in general, or in even small cities or, Midwest states, we feel like we kind of live in that bubble, like it's not going to happen to us. And here we are looking at a company that we know, may have dealt with, may respect, that is in our backyard, and they have fallen victim to a cybercrime. And they're not the first company in Nebraska that's fallen victim, and they're not going to be the last. But it is something that is newsworthy, and it's somebody that we can really kind of identify with. Now, I know some of you are probably wondering, well, how does this happen? And you may even think about the large companies. How does this happen? Well, what's really interesting about this cybercrime is that it happened with a type of attack that all of us could fall victim to. Not just businesses, but even us as individuals. The cybercriminal used a technique called a phishing attack. Now, you probably are well aware of what a phishing email looks like, because the really bad ones a long time ago would, say, hey, we think something's wrong with your bank account. Please send us your social security number so we can verify that this is you. That's what we've been trained to look for when it comes to a phishing email. Well, cyber criminals have adjusted to that. In fact, they are getting really, really good at making their phishing emails look like authentic emails from places like financial institutions, or Gmail, or Office 365, or Dropbox, or any number of cloud service providers that businesses use. And because those emails are getting so good to being almost as authentic as the real ones, they're relying on the fact that most businesses aren't training their staff on what to look for. We're used to looking for the ones that say, hey, send me your username and password, or send me your bank account information. We know that. We know we're not supposed to do that. But when we get one that looks almost like the original, or it looks just like the original, it takes a very keen eye and a well-trained user to know what to look for and what to properly do if they suspect that it is a phishing email. And that's why it's so important for businesses of all sizes, in fact, just us as individuals, that you train yourself or work with your IT company to help train your employees on how to spot phishing attacks. It's like I said, these emails are really good. And it appears that what happened was the cybercriminal sent a phishing email. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was Google or Office 365 or Dropbox or whatever. It doesn't matter. But whatever it was, that email was as close to authentic as possible. And either an employee or several employees fell victim for it. And essentially, it sounds like what they did was they clicked on a link that made them go to a website that probably looked exactly like the website that they normally log into, and they were asked to reset their password. It's really that simple, folks. It doesn't have to be super complex. And that's why, like I mentioned, cyber criminals are relying on the fact that you're not training your staff on what to look for because you have not adjusted to the techniques that cyber criminals are using. Or two, they're hoping that your staff are just so dang busy that they're not paying attention. And that's, again, why it's so important for you to consistently train your staff and reinforce the training that you're working with them on when it comes to cybersecurity and phishing emails in particular. Now, If you don't have a cybersecurity training program or you don't know where to look to, talk to your IT person. We have a cybersecurity training program that we roll out to our clients. All good IT companies are going to have that. If they don't, ask them to partner with somebody. Ask them to bring in another IT consultant. In addition, another thing that you might employ is you might have a IT consultant or a third party come in and do a cybersecurity assessment. Now, we recommend doing these on a quarterly basis, but if you can't afford to do that, a semi-annual or annual basis would work, where they come in and they go through and they give you essentially a cybersecurity physical and determine what gaps in your security that you might have. And then from there, you can go and fix them. If you have any questions, folks, please post them below or send me an email to htally@knightsofbytes.com. This is a big to-do here in Omaha and in Nebraska. Somebody in our own backyard. It's going to affect our neighbors, our friends, our family. We're going to know people that have been affected by this breach. So it's really important that if you are a business owner that you take this seriously, reach out to me. Like I said, my email is htally@knightsofbytes.com. That's Knights with a K and Bytes with a Y. As always, this video will be posted with our others on our Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube channels. So please like, follow, and share those videos from those places. Have a great day, everyone, and safe computing.